Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us at this panel, Music and You, How to Live Up to Our Impossible Expectations. Today, I'm joined by three artists. First, we have Tim Miller, lead cowbell for the death metal group Soul Crushing Boredom. Kami Apton, leads electric sitar for the rock group Gas Station Sushi. And Robert Reyes, but you may better know him as DJ Frosted Tips. Thank you for joining me today, gentlemen.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having me.
Now,
What?
I'd like to start off this panel by asking you a very simple question. What do you individually want to see in each of your audiences when you're performing?
You want me to start off? All right. Well, given the nature of death metal shows and kind of rock shows in general, you like to see a lot of high energy. That can take various forms. So, like with death metal, there's a lot of mosh pits and stuff like that. People running around. They're like singing along songs. That's always really cool. And I don't know if you guys get this in your shows at all, but with death metal, there's a lot of stage diving. And that's like, if you can get a stage diver, that's like the mark that you really put on a good show.
See, I think that's right, because I've done my fair share of mosh pits when I was not a part of Gas Station Sushi, but it's very weird because in the genre of like indie rock, it doesn't matter nowadays. Like when you're playing your instrument or playing with your band, it doesn't matter the pace of your songs. Like you would think, oh, mosh pitting is like solely for like heavy metal. Where it's like high energy, but nowadays, right? You're playing electric sitar, and there's kids moshing in the middle of your concert.
As a hip hop artist, it's a little bit different. Unless I'm feeling like really confident during the shows to go jump off stage. With my music, it's very lyrical, and I use a lot of lyrics in my music to express how I feel. So looking at the audience, I like it when my audience also likes to sing along with me or rap with me.
Yeah, it's a little different when you're playing electric sitar and just throw it off stage and then go out and jump.
Well, and I think almost to like some extent, like with metal shows, the moshing's a pretty serious thing because you're going there and you like maybe had a bad day at work or something like that, and so you've got some aggression to get out. It's almost like a parody when they do it at like a hip hop show or like sitar. I feel.
Yeah, depending on the song. If the song is very upbeat and up tempo, you definitely could see people just moshing it, but I wouldn't say it's as like hardcore and metal where they're like throwing.
Oh no, I've seen metal.
Yeah.
They have like the
it's pretty hardcore.
It's like Fight Club.
Yeah.
No, there was that one festival in Chicago for metal, but it was one of the parts, and they have that aerial cam.
Yeah.
There was the circles, there was mosh circles like dispersed throughout the crowds. It was insane. It doesn't happen on our shows though. Thank God.
Very fascinating. Now, say you're playing a show and the audience really isn't into the music, or they're not cooperating in a way that you want them, or you're not getting energy from the audience the way you'd like to get energy. What can you do as an artist to bring the crowd back or get them on your side, get them more amped to listen to your music?
You want to start this one off?
I'll start this one off. We'll just go in order here. So one of the things I noticed is that, obviously playing electric sitar, not very many people care to listen to that. Doesn't matter if it's just background noise while the lead singer's playing. Still not a sound people are used to. But there are definitely shows that we've played where the crowd's just dead and no one wants to be there. You can tell. What we have done, and what I've seen other artists do, is that they'll start taking requests, try to get songs that people actually want to hear, play those, and then maybe return back to the set list that we originally planned, or just rearrange songs, stuff like that, or just not blatantly just ask like why they're not feeling it, but just kind of maybe take some requests, play what people want to hear, and just feel it out from there.
Well, for me, as a hip-hop artist, I just have more of a general sense of it. If they're going to my concert in my venue and they don't enjoy it, then I'm sorry to hear that. But for me, it's, if you don't really like my music, then you should have just never gone to my concert in the first place.
See, I almost disagree. We've had shows where they didn't come for us. They came for another like headlining act or something like that, and we were the support. So they came for the headlining act, and they were prepared to get excited for them, but they didn't want to waste our energy on us. So it was our job to correct them and make them realize that we were awesome too. So we'd do all sorts of stuff. We'd like the singer would ask rhetorical questions like, "Hey, you alive out there?" and stuff like that, and like try to get them pumped up. The other one would be like he'd jump off the stage and like go mosh with the people like in the crowd. The coolest one we ever did one time was we brought pool noodles, the giant foam pool noodles, and we threw them out into the crowd and had them like smacking each other around with the pool noodles like this some giant sword fight during the mosh pit.
I know one thing that helps, like even before, like sometimes you can tell like before you're walking on stage that the energy's already not there.
Yeah.
And dramatic entrances. That is a big.
Yeah, I think if you can go way out of your way and like catch them off guard like that, then they like have to take notice of you and stuff.
Let me tell you, being an electric sitar player, hard to get people excited, but when you walk out there in a pitch black room and all you hear is the plucking of one sitar string.
I'm trying to imagine you like descending down on like zip lines or
like
something
that
like
SpongeBob
that.
episode.
Exactly like the
was the
SpongeBob
wizard
episode.
Yes. That's me.
Well, as this panel comes to an end, is there anything that each of you would like to share with your audience? Something that you appreciate about them or want them just to know? Anything at all?
Right. Well, as an artist, I think it's important to realize that our fans is everything. Without our fans, then we really don't have anything. And that's whether we're a hip-hop artist, a sitar player, or even a death metal rocker. But for me, I love my fans. I love them to death, but yeah.
I was gonna say, I think for me, it's a balancing act. It's kind of like what we were talking about. Like, yeah, I agree. You're nothing without your fans. They're the people who are going there and buying tickets. But it's kind of like a balancing act. It's like, okay, it's on them to be.
They're really supportive.
To an extent, they need to be a good audience. But it's also my job to get them excited and get them happy to be there.
It's definitely like a yin and yang kind of relationship. Not to take this to a philosophical level, but I mean, like without one, you can't have the other. So, I mean, people come there to enjoy the music. They're there for either just to like solely listen to you, or just to be there for the experience, or just to hang out. But again, like you said, it's a two-way relationship. If you're not playing. If you don't want to be there, then that's not going to make them want to feel like they're there.
Well, and that's what I was going to say too, is just like, if you don't have that balance, you get like one of two results. Either one, the audience is so into it that you don't have to put effort in to get that response out of them, and then it kind of goes to your head. Like, oh yeah, I really got this going on. I don't even have to try, and they're super excited to see me. But the parallel then is, if you have to spend all this energy and they just don't care, it's like, well, why am I doing this?
Yeah. It can definitely damper your like mental aspect of that too, which sometimes like when you're on a tour, that takes a toll in the long run.
Definitely.
Because
going city to city to different cities, you get really tired.
Yeah, it's brutal.
But the audience doesn't care. When we're performing, we got to go and make sure that we're our 100%, so that way we can give them the best we can.
It's definitely difficult going like 6, 4 or 5 days in a row, constantly giving that 110%.
Well, and it's like he said to the audience, it's like they don't care that this is your 5th stop on the tour or 10th stop on the tour. Like, it's all about that night. So you gotta take it one day at a time, basically.
Because they don't know that we're fatigued.
Well, gentlemen, thank you for coming out and joining us this morning. I'd like to thank everyone else for showing up, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thanks, everyone. Peace.